Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, Dungeon Master for this, the 30th session of the Underland Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition campaign. We have Austin, Ryan, Bob, and Nick as Erich, Henwick, Kalidan, and Jimmy. Last time you guys arrived back at Bereven after a long time away, the Drow city. And you've gone through about a day. You arrived there midday, and you've gone through like a day. And in that time, you had an audience with the Queen, and were invited to a ball in a couple more days. Good
timing on returning.
Yeah, you found a few options for selling silver after selling all the knickknacks from the half-orcs, and are in process of trying to go with the best offer you've found. Selling to the court for the Queen's Ball. You showed that you've gotten better at smithing and have been working. And yeah, that's basically where we are. We're midday here. You're currently
At work.
At work. You're working away, and at this point, largely able to communicate. Much better than you had been before. There's a point where here you're left to...
Did you finish purchasing my fancy clothes?
Continue...
What we're doing with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, he gets a day off?
Where, continue work, and someone's, comes up and he pretty much just sort of leaves you, you're at the point where he can just sort of leave you to keep on the work while he goes and deals with a customer, etc. Getting some orders placed. Yeah. You're fairly simple within that. And you were currently at that process of getting clothes tailored, etc., to measurements that you'd taken.
And then going and finding you more magical clothes.
Yeah. So yeah, what were you specifically looking for?
I wanted a purple and a gold encrusted doublet. I wanted to do like some nice embroidered spider webs that I want tied to my heartbeat so they pulse with light. I'll do that later. But people see when I'm nervous. I'm never nervous.
Okay then. But yes, you're working on that. That's a bit of a custom order, actually.
Yeah.
So they have to make that.
Make a doublet with spider webs in it? How is that custom?
How much are you spending?
Like 40 gold.
Yeah, they don't have clothes that are by default. They don't just stock clothes at that price point. That's
It's just, I need clothes. A whole suit? 2-3 sets maybe? It's like, no, just a doublet. I want some really
you just go to
nice
Drow's warehouse? You don't like the way he looks.
I want some really nice
Well,
clothes.
guarantees it.
Otherwise, so you're doing that, and the pair of you, basically, were waiting at the palace. It sounded like could be a couple hours before the caretaker who's overseeing the acquisition of the
the
silverware arrives. Yeah.
Yes, but we had finished up our work
Yes.
with a mighty 27, I believe.
Yes. You have 27 for my smithing check.
And so, do you just sort of sit and wait there, or do you do anything in the couple hours before she's supposed to return?
Well, we got a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we definitely want to be on time when she shows up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Jimmy, did you want to just keep in touch with the Sending Stone and run off and go talk to the Minor Mine Co.?
About what now?
Mostly making sure that the people looking to buy silver don't get to buy from them.
I could just... Now your bag's full of corpses.
Yes.
I was going to say, take the excess silver that we have left over and just bring it over there.
That's in his portable hole.
Oh, I thought we had the portable hole because we made the silver.
We do.
Yeah.
I've got both.
Yes. The problem is getting the other 2,000 gold worth of silver is, very, very heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't just bring it down to there and sell it to them.
Huh? Well, you could take the portable hole. I've got it.
Yes, but okay. It's like, don't you need that to show the other person if they show up early?
Oh, yeah, it's got all of the stuff in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes it no point for you to stay behind if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
There was also no set time to be here. In fact, that's why you ended up here early.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's just run down there and sell the other lot of silver to them.
To the Minor Mine Co?
No, to the other people.
I thought that they weren't at their shop yet. They were looking to have
Yeah,
their...
it said to stop by noon.
Yeah, around noon.
Yeah.
If it was still early morning, we can run
It's
by...
midday.
Okay.
Like I said, you went to midday.
Yeah.
Well, let's run by their shop first, see if they're there.
Yeah.
And if not, then we can...
Yeah. So we head off down there.
And yeah, approaching it is very clear, yes, they are still there in the same sort of state of...
Panic?
Yeah.
Clap, clap, clap at the door.
Not clang!
You did hide all the silverware you just made, right? So when you're transporting the silver bars that they're buying out, they're not saying this.
You're not there!
Silver.
Oh.
No, this is our silverware.
However, you are a rather intelligent character.
Yeah.
And you might have thought of that.
Let's see. So we could... Oh, no problem.
Just ask them to bring out a cart and we'll stack it up outside. This is our hole, it's private.
Seems like I could do that. I was planning on just actually... It's only 2,000... whatever gold worth of silver.
Yeah.
I can carry that.
Yeah.
So whatever. I just put it in a...
That expensive silver is not actually an incredibly huge amount.
Yeah. And he's like...
The overall silver you got, is not huge.
Yeah.
Silver's worth a lot, and it's not...
I just go ahead and take the bars, put it in a separate bag, and carry it.
Okay.
I definitely couldn't have done that.
But otherwise, yeah, they'll answer. And you can kind of almost see, them with a...
Disappointed.
Yeah, forge and some things lit behind.
I got...
Fine.
Alright.
They'll kind of go...
5,000 gold.
Yeah.
Well, that would
I
be-
promised them 4,000.
Yeah, 4,000.
Yeah.
Which is double the value of that.
Yeah, double the value.
Yeah, so they'll make
That's a
that...
markup.
Yeah, make that exchange. So yeah, remove 2,000 of value from the silver and get 4,000 gold.
Alright.
If you want to math it, technically they're paying in platinum pieces.
I can put it down as platinum.
Yeah. It's really up to you as far as this is, but technically that's how they're paying you.
Alright, 400 platinum pieces.
The platinums are 100 gold a piece, aren't they?
10.
Oh, okay.
10.
I was like, what?
They'll go up in increments of 10.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
Good doing business with you.
yeah.
They kind of have a thing like that, put their backs to you, and they've already set out to work.
Alright. Well,
Have a nice day. We have 4 visits to return to.
and it's like, well, we're already prepped and ready.
Mm.
Grab, a street kebab on the way back up. Eat that.
There is no street kebab on the way back up.
Oh.
Because this is the expensive
Yeah, from the expensive district, going past basically temples
Oh.
to get to the upper
Really?
district that has no businesses.
Someone just needs to have,
But-
fancy stuff for people
Then
to
this
buy.
is the upper district. Are workers allowed to be on this particular district?
What do you mean?
Are there people that are allowed to do business of the working class in this particular area?
there are working class people there. I mean, a lot of the people that work in the homes are.
So if we pretend like we're rich people, we can just say, "Food me," and somebody will come over and give us something?
No, I do not think that's how that works. Tiny gnome man.
And it's like, this is the rich people area. And they just have to ask for something and it comes, right?
Maybe at the top layer. It might work that way. But I don't think so either. But it would be more...
If you were
From
the guest
the
in the
Queen's
Queen's,
eyes.
if you were a guest in the Queen's castle, I bet you could just grab a servant and be like, "I'm hungry."
Yes, if you were in the castle for the ball, go get me some hors d'oeuvres, person. That would probably work.
Some hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Go,
Sir,
cook
I'm
me.
hungry. Let me eat you.
Go, cook me wild game. I'm hungry.
Hunt wild game, skin it, butcher it, cook it for me.
You're
Give it
back
to
here
some
in 5
peasant
minutes.
that's been too long.
I'm hungry. Hurry up.
Peasants, that's too negative. Throw it away. It's been too long.
Go get me some peasant pheasants.
Yeah.
See that peasant? I want his food. Go steal it.
Take his food. Good. Now throw that food away.
I only eat things from bags of tricks.
Nobles are bad people, and they're born that way. They're just born evil.
Just chaotic evil. Not even neutral evil, which is for the betterment of myself. Chaotic evil, which is screw that guy. Why? Because I don't like the look of his face.
Did you see his face? Yeah, that's why. I saw it too. I shouldn't have.
So we continue up to the palace district to wait for the party planner.
Yeah. Doesn't take too much longer, and she'll arrive. Did you have any questions about what to do?
I'll show you the wares we have.
And it's like, we'll yeah, sure. Go ahead and give us the lowdown on what to do.
Well, shouldn't we show what we have?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, do you want some changes made to these at all?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and show
Okay, yeah, because that's essentially the idea, is because you've used magic to do it, there is no concept of you would be done at this point.
Yeah, I go ahead and open up and show her, and it's like, these.
Alright.
Where's that crafted?
They're not terrible, I'm just not sure.
Well,
We had a bag of sparklies. We could add, gems and stuff into them.
in the event that you want some alterations, we could make those. There would be an additional charge, but I could do it.
But they
Well,
wouldn't accept
like I
those
said,
as
it's
a-
it's only was only willing to get it if it was going to meet the specifications, the quality standards that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I will take a check of how the beautiful craftsmanship on these is great. And
Persuasion.
I'm going to point stuff out while he's talking about it to help him out.
We have mastered the ability of helping one another in our times together.
Do you have persuasion trained?
No.
Then you may not give him perfect advantage on this. That'll do it, though.
Just a
20.
natural 20 will do it. Jimmy
I
refrained
suppose
from
this is
playing.
nicer than I thought. When I take it out in the light.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, you officially sold a turd covered in foil as earrings.
Hey, that's
They-
100% pure silver.
Yeah, no, that is a very, very good quality. She just had very excessive ideas.
I wanted it encrusted in other stuff. No. Simplicity with the web and spider engravings.
The elegance.
The elegance.
It's like, do you think the queen really needs to be gaudy?
And please, you don't want anything encrusted. You want their forks scratching on that while they're eating?
They don't care. They use them once. Throw these away. They have been used.
But you don't want something in somebody's food, do you?
Of course you do. Just be like, yeah, that's how rich we are. We put gems in some of the food.
Yeah.
Have fun passing that.
Let's gotta chew it thoroughly.
But, yeah, she'll sort of lead you in, and you sort of see the elegant sort of room ahead, which seems to currently be starting to be in a bit of a
Decorated.
yeah, well, in process. Things are being moved in. Basically, room being rearranged fairly. But before you really go to that, sort of, there's like a little door off to the right side, and it's open, and you're led down a flight of stairs. You feel like probably a couple levels down.
Isn't Queen's Eyes directly below this?
No level is actually like physically above another.
Oh.
They're all stacked. It's like stairs. They go up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, technically, this being on the highest level means that there is the most room downward for expansion. But yeah, in sort of what is there is a kitchen, but it's sort of like
Industrial kitchen?
no, it's like there's a room before it where the
Pantry?
Staging area?
perhaps it is literally a room full of other silverware, of other plateware. Essentially, it is the prep room for that, which there may be an actual term for, but yeah, and essentially, yeah, things are then brought out and counted and etc. here and are staged. And during this process, there's a few points where you feel the whole room rumble slightly.
The castle's hungry.
You know what we forgot to do? Put a little engraving of strong arms in the back of these spoons and stuff.
Oh no, I would have been on autopilot and it would have been a Heartlocket symbol.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, that's what I do when I smith stuff.
Yeah.
What's the Heartlocket symbol?
It's their family.
It's my family crest.
Yeah.
And
His family is
last
Smiths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as we only talk to his grandmother and, the other people in his life who are mages and or alchemists. Family Smiths.
Yeah, my older brother, my dad.
It's a family trade.
I'm almost a smith.
Yeah, you're working on it.
From Umbridge.
So we feel rumbling.
Yeah. And the couple people working in here just sort of don't even seem to be fazed by it. And the kitchen is very massive back there, but at present there's only a small portion of it being used for anything. But
Freaking bakers.
What, they have to work all day, every day?
Yeah, it sucks to suck. Sucks to suck, nerd. You've been up since 4 in the morning and you're only halfway done.
yeah, but a lot of their work involves just waiting.
No, it involves prepping up the next item. And cleaning.
But otherwise, yeah. So you get what? That subtracts 7,500 of value, and you get what? 30,000 at 4 times value. Again, platinum, so 3,000. Platinum actually probably would be different than that. Even it would probably be in platinum bars.
Yeah, no, that's right. 30,000.
As the book just gets thinner.
I really want that to be turned into a binder.
Um,
It hurts me.
I like it better this way.
It hurts me, Adam. It hurts me.
So what would that be?
500 gold to a bar, isn't it?
Yeah, 500 gold to a 1 pound bar.
So 6.
Yeah, so that'd be 500 gold bars.
60?
Yeah.
60 bars?
So that'd be,
500 gold apiece?
yes.
Yeah.
I dropped a 0 on my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were like 500 platinum apiece.
That's what I was thinking. Probably.
Bars of what?
Platinum.
Okay.
They're 1 pound bars of platinum.
Now, what kind of silverware can we make out of this for you to pay us more gold worth of stuff?
That wouldn't be silverware.
Yeah, true.
I feel like somebody takes their job too literally. Somebody's being fired. But my queen, you asked for silverware. That's not what I meant! You freaking knew it! You didn't ask for platinumware. You and your dad joke, get out.
So we got that. Will you be needing anything else for the party, or would you want us to accompany Lord Rast when he shows?
No, of course not. Feel free to assist him with making his entrance, but of course, seating is very limited.
Sure.
We will have a
You're not
station
up
outside
this
if you
level.
need to wait for him.
Hmm?
There will, of course, be stations outside for those that need to wait for the masters and mistresses.
I feel like I'm going to be standing around quite a bit at this party.
You'll stand outside with all the other help.
For the love of God, don't challenge someone to a duel that I have to deal with.
It's like, I'll have at you. Champion!
I'm very tempted. Well, I can't cast. Yeah, that's not concentration. To put mirror image and fairy fire on you for when you walk in. Just like 4 just sparkling, just gaily. With his heart beating suit and shoes.
I don't know if it would copy the magical effects, would it?
It does.
Oh, okay.
The mirror images are,
Mirror images.
yes,
right.
physically indistinguishable from the true person.
Does the mirror still work on vampires?
Yes. Unless the DM gets the... No. Vampires don't
I'm not
work
the
that
only one
way.
who makes stupid jokes. He also makes stupid jokes.
Would they all be invisible?
I'm just saying, it's not my alone niche that you can get mad at.
You're not sure. How do you go about finding out?
I first have to find a vampire.
It'd certainly make the detect undead abilities more useful.
Instead of mirror images, he just polymorphs 4 servants and has them run around and circle around him.
These are ion stones.
Can't have 4 of those.
You can have like 3,
Yeah, you
right?
can. I thought you could have. Oh God, 5.
Suck. You can still have like 3.
Technically, there is a feat that would give you an additional attunement slot, but
Yeah.
Let's just remember
Oh, it's true. Did
3.5
get
where
rid of
you
dull
just
gray ion
look
stones?
like you've been covered.
I don't know. They're described by type. What do they do?
Dull gray is the 50 gold ion stone that has no magic other than it floats around your head. It has no other powers. It's either broken
It's
or
not
it's a
in
failed
the
creation.
DMG, but it might be one of the ones that was
Yeah.
added. Because there were some additional ones in one of the adventure
I was
packs.
like, that feels like something they'd probably leave out because it's pretty stupid.
But they added a bunch of other iron stones in one of their mini adventure packs.
spell that just makes things appear to be magical, and that's
Yes.
all it
Yep.
does?
I have used it. I think I've used it in this campaign.
I've used it.
I know I've used it. It was on the. It was one of these spells on the fake Argyle.
Yes, very specifically. That's not a player spell. That is a DM spell.
I know, I
It's
love
a
it.
player spell.
But it's also, as a DM, it's a DM spell. I love it.
That's how you safeguard your boxes from the party rogue. He doesn't want to deal with a magical trap.
Mhm.
He doesn't know where you got
Also, the party rogue shouldn't be stealing from the party.
That's not a reason to not lock your boxes.
That's the risk you run when you have a rogue.
It still will deal with any other outside rogues.
I'm just saying, if you're running an evil campaign and you have a neutral evil rogue who really wants that shiny dagger,
Just give it to him.
Why are you keeping the dagger from the rogue?
no, he wants the money for the shiny dagger to purchase.
It's in a store. And then he goes...
Why does he steal it?
That storekeeper's been good to him.
I don't know. I was really mean as the rogue.
Yes, you usually are.
I was mean.
You've
to,
been a pretty good rogue.
I've been mean to David. Yeah, when I was the
Oh,
rogue.
mean to the dungeon.
No, not
No,
No?
this was one of the. This was a Jan campaign, if I remember
No.
correctly. Is it? What game was it?
It was the movie campaign with the God Orbs.
Oh, yeah. That David got mad at and quit.
I wasn't even in that one, so I actually don't know that story.
No, the rogue emotionally abused David's character so much, it would make perfect sense for the character to flip table and leave, and that's what the character did.
No, I think he actually started flipping tables after the max damage javelin scenario.
Oh, yeah. So many max damage javelins, so little time.
Was that the time?
So what do you do once you're out of the... I mean, really, what do you...
No, I have to finish the sentence. Isn't that the time he ended up on fire and drowning?
Yes.
Because his head ended up in a pool of water, his body was on fire, and he was drowning.
Yes.
And had eaten 3 max damage javelins.
That's such a hilarious story. It needed to be finished.
So anyways, skipping away from you,
It's not even my turn.
Yeah, you're working on some stuff, and he starts, he's trying to teach you some more things.
He's bringing up this niece he's got. This niece, she's single. She's really doing really well. She's single.
Make a luck check.
She's a dwarf.
You are literally trying to get about the dwarven kind. Granted, you'll break that poor woman, but...
Just because he's a Goliath doesn't mean he can't be gentle.
And it's a dwarfish one. She can handle.
Yeah, he got Constitution for some reason.
15.
He does have a niece.
Go
He
for
did
her.
mention her. Unless you ask, he didn't bring up whether she was single or not.
I didn't ask. I'm here to learn.
Yeah.
I'm here to learn, people, not to have sex with you.
As he says, directly look at the dwarf's face through a stone. I'm not here to have sex with you.
Good.
That is what I desire to people most of all.
I'm long past those days. But closes up shop early and does start, showing you some other things, techniques and such.
Oh, so good.
Yes.
Because I was about, if he's leaving me alone, it doesn't count as training, I don't think, unless it counts because I'm reinforcing old techniques that I'm now mastering.
Exactly. Yeah, no. You must have teacher to be being taught. But yeah, he'll take some time with that. And so they pretty much get what they need, and they're sort of you can come back tomorrow for the doublet, but the rest of the things, basically, pretty much they're able to get while you wait. They basically have like a sort of a trace paper drawn out of the pattern, and they've gotten the doublet all sized, and now they're just like, okay, now we have to just lay this in gold out on the actual garment. That will take some time.
Can I put in a request? Or at least...
You're not there.
You're in the bar getting drunk.
Well, could I have made a request, whatever, the other day for what I wanted as far as, design and looks?
You could have.
Okay.
But did you?
I'm going to at least throw it out to you. Could you give me, some robes that make me look like eternity?
No.
No?
Literally would never come up my thought because I'm the one buying you fashion garments. And Starfields, they're not very fashionable. No, what you want is clashing colors that are visible from 15 miles away.
Starfields are also probably not something you are all that familiar with.
I've seen it once.
They were amazing.
Yeah, he could have been super impressed. Describing it to the troglodyte designer is probably not going to be super easy.
It is not a troglodyte designer.
For one, that would stink up the clothes so bad forever.
Huh?
If you want the troglodyte designer, he would have had to go to the lower class district, and he could not get quality of garments from there.
Is that actually a creature as opposed to...
Troglodyte's a creature.
Yeah!
Famous for its ugly look and stinkiness. Actual creature.
Some monster.
I was referring to it
frogfish
as
thing.
to something that just doesn't leave from underground.
Well, it would totally be down here, underground.
An underdweller.
Troglodyte.
Yeah, I wasn't referring to the creature.
Stinking.
I was referring to the word.
Probably not as dangerous as they used to be. They probably don't just cause nausea.
Maybe there's a check.
Nausea is some bullcrap.
Con save.
Yeah, but does whatever the effect cause you to drop to your prone and drop all weapons?
Nope.
Because that's what Naja did.
Poisoned. Disadvantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
They're not so bad.
Yeah, they are not auto-walking stun factories.
You thought you had turns?
So they don't sneak nearly as bad as before.
I say we go and meet up with the other two if we can.
Well, we know where Bob is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go meet up with him? Or do you want to go to the
I could use the money.
corpse cart and start putting in orders for any of the stuff we want?
Yes. I kind of wanted to hand people out their money, but we could do that since we're...
Out.
Yeah, let's just buy things on their behalf.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it when you spend their money in their behalf.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend your money.
There are things that I need.
Of all the people, he would probably be the one that's least upset if you bought him something with the money. As long as and for you, we actually bought this for you. We saved you the time.
Well,
I never would have thought of that. How interesting.
yeah, my character probably didn't bring up the item that he actually wanted.
No.
Because he doesn't talk much.
You probably have mentioned it and discussed it a bit while working.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you've probably gotten some good feedback on. Oh, yeah, that's it's only gonna help.
Yeah, like
Be more dwarfing. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
well, there's helms that are quite good that I would like in the future, eventually.
A circulative blasting?
I'm not sure what that is, but if you're recommending it,
I was
I probably
thinking about
want
more
one.
like having...
Shoots lasers out of its bloody forehead.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Don't you have to be a caster for that, though? No.
Having
And
some
I am
sort
a
of
caster,
magical
first of
feather
all.
that
Yeah,
would act
yeah, the
like
whole
a
party's
lightning
casters.
rod for your hat.
Yeah. We're all casters.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us.
But yeah, so where do you go after you've gotten the
I go back to the room to kind of think and what else is there.
to the nicer tavern or
Yeah.
to the actual room? To
The next
tavern.
one.
Okay, yeah. It's
Where
actually-
I left everyone.
Yeah. That's not actually, it's not a room because
Yeah.
it's not actually an inn, it's a tavern.
Well,
But yeah. It is not combined. This is just sort of a,
This is a bar.
it's a piano bar.
I've got one of the sending stones. Do you still have the other one, or did we get... Okay, so the two of us who are together have the stones of talking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Ironically,
Hey.
also the two of them that are together that have the other.
To be fair, we were split up earlier in the day when I went shopping with him, then you called me back.
Alright.
I just took a little extra time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where was Erich headed to after the clothing?
Clink is at the tavern. I'd be going back to get Clink.
Well, we could go and meet with Clink and at least leave a message with her if he's not there.
Okay.
And
Best
hand
part
her a
is that
stone.
she could actually.
One of you needs to make a luck check.
Natural one.
Natural one.
He's not there yet.
Yeah.
But is Clink gone yet?
No.
Yeah.
That
hand
is
her,
how you would know if I've been there yet.
hand her a sending stone and tell her we're going up to the corpse cart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just use the stone when Erich shows up to let us know.
Alright.
The corpse cart.
You get in there. Ellie and Volk are both sort of sitting together, sort of talking in hushed voices, like not facing the door as usual, but like just sort of leaning over and facing each other, sitting on
That's
the
his
counter.
daughter, man.
I know, that's what makes it lewd.
What?
Just talking face to face.
Yeah. It's weird.
Like a Daft Punk song.
Some people had happy childhoods, Vic.
Like, what do you?
Damn,
I don't-
clean up a little bit.
What are you talking about? Face-to-face conversation isn't something you do with family. That's just weird.
Do you have to look slightly away into the
Yeah.
middle distance to walk
Yeah, you
up?
gotta keep that nice passive, we're almost strangers.
I'm sorry.
Get a little overly familiar there.
Yes, they seem
It's
friendly.
like, ooh, we're related. Don't make it weird.
Okay then. We learned a little more about Austin today. But yes, that's still what's happening. They're talking. They kind of look over, and she'll kind of lift up and she'll walk into the back as he sort of adjusts himself to turn.
Greetings.
Hello.
Hi. I'm looking to spend some money on some items.
That's always my favorite reason that you show up.
Yes.
Literally every other time we're here.
We do pay sometimes. This is the only reason he doesn't shoot us on site.
Like 12 times, paid 3 of them.
You've paid good amounts of money on the times you have, but it's just it's cock.
Yeah. So, anyway, one of the first questions that I wanted to ask was, I was looking to purchase a portable hole.
Certainly. Any specifics, or just general?
One of the things that I wanted from the portable hole is I wanted the ability to use it sort of as a chalkboard, the ability to write text and formula and that kind of stuff.
So you want the walls to be slate?
Yeah, I want them available for me being able to write things down and then being able to easily enough erase it.
Do you have any sample of the material that you would like that to be?
No, I figured that it'd be whatever you would be able
If you
to...
could obtain what you're talking about, that would help a great deal.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a large quantity.
No, the only thing that I've got on me right now is, silver, marble, ivory. Some gemstones.
Make the entire thing out of rubies.
Yeah. Can you identify gemstones? Are you versed in that?
We have been to jewelers today, or yesterday. I'm sure you would have asked someone, is this a ruby?
Okay.
He's like, I'm technically capable, but...
No, it's just whatever. I have a bunch of redstones and I haven't identified one from another.
Are you looking to utilize them in some sort of enchantment you're needing done, or...?
Oh no, they were...
Best see a jeweler, then.
Okay. So... You wanted me to get that, or would you be able to do a stock surface or something, or does it have to be of a specific material for it to be writable?
Well, whatever material you would want to write on. What I have currently would not be. As I just have simple holes in the void.
Oh, okay. No, you couldn't, draw on it with some sort of luminescence?
No.
Okay.
If you had something that would adhere to it, but I don't have.
Technically do.
Yeah.
I go over and bust open my spell book. Would you be able to make it similar between my black pages and the luminous ink? Something along those lines?
If you would like something lined with the parchment, I could take a sample of that and have it.
You wouldn't be able to erase it.
Would you be able to make it to where I could write and erase?
Erasing it would be based on what the material is. If you can erase from there, then you could. Otherwise, no.
Just go get some slate. You're underground. It's probably somewhere. Easy to find.
You know a series of their various mining companies. So you are very aware that several of them just keep small stocks of stuff in a front room.
Yeah, so go take some slate.
Okay, then I guess I run off.
Okay, yeah. If you want to go over other questions or options, you can do that. Otherwise, yeah, he's like, to actually produce that, I would have to modify something I have, and I will need a sampling of what I am modifying it to.
The question that I asked before I leave was, I have a bag of holding. If I use that as a trade-in, how much would you take off the price of the portable hole for it?
One bag of holding, lightly used.
Just full of dead bodies.
Right now, yeah. Lightly used. That'll wash right out.
First off, have I priced out either of those to you? Because I know you
Portable
keep track.
hole, yes. Bag of holding, I don't believe so.
Mine was free. Or arguably, mine was the cost of a really good motivational speech.
Yes,
Just
you almost
sending
took the wrong
400 dwarfs to their death.
At least like 2 of them are guaranteed to be heroes.
Portable holes listed at 4K.
1,000, and then
I'm just saying that I'm well aware of what's. It's just that's going to turn into the story of a rousing speech to rally an army to go forth and complete their task.
Oh yeah.
An army of miners, but we don't need to talk about the miners.
They mined the crap out of those veins.
is lesser. Okay.
GDQ's finale was really good. It's always fun to watch Metroid get run again. And we actually killed the animals this time, save the frames.
Perhaps I could knock off 400 gold.
Heat.
It's hot.
I'm gonna have you haggle with them on that.
More! Sure.
How persuasive is Jimmy today?
He might have blown his load already.
That's still kind of persuasive.
So 8, so 9, plus 5, 24. The bag of
Persuasive.
holding is at least
1,000 gold. 1,000 gold, yeah.
I look over at you, it's like 600.
Well, yeah. Well, no. How much it is based on how good it is. Is 25 like a 600 gold check, or is that a 1,000 gold check?
Not
He did
really
get 25. I feel like that's 1,000 gold.
Perhaps 400, and I'll cover the charges to add the material for it as well.
Okay.
It's like you're more than doubling the price. That's you could go for like 1.5.
Remember, a bag of holding is a lot more common than a portable hole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, even less so. I'm just saying, it wouldn't simply
Nick, are
become
you trying
twice.
to argue Ryan out of the deal that he's perfectly happy with?
Oh, no, not that. The fact that his idea was 400. It should be 1,000.
He's been watching Porn Stars.
That has to be what it is.
No, it's from other items that have been similarly priced.
Cool.
That's what I'm basing my numbers off.
Then he runs off, so.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you go with, or do you stay behind?
I stay. It's like I'll meet you back at normal.
Have you actually given him his share of the money you just obtained?
No.
Didn't think
Well, give that to me before you leave, douche. I'm gonna buy stuff.
You didn't ask.
I'm literally standing in a store with no money.
You got some money.
I got like 800.
Whatever. It's 100 platinum and 15 bars.
Of platinum?
Yes.
Yeah.
How much is that in gold?
It's 500 apiece. So it's 7,500.
Yeah, because it's whatever, 50 platinum, right? For a bar?
It's actually, yeah, it's...
So yeah, So it's
7,500, and then you get 100 additional.
Yeah,
so 8,500 gold.
So 500 gold per bar.
Yeah, a bar is 500.
So 8,500 or 7,600.
It's 7,500 in bars, and then 1,000 in platinum,
85.
which is
You can just break it down to what the gold value of silver was. One of it was times 4, so you just take that amount and then half the other. And
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, it's 8,500 gold.
Nice. That's a lot of money.
Yes. Almost 10,000. Can almost buy common magic items or rare ones.
you can buy common magic items.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think 8,000 gets you up to rare. You start tickling rare at 8,000, right?
Very likely.
I think that's where rare starts. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that gets you like middle over rare.
Damn.
Well, anyways,
Because rare is, then it's legend?
Then it's very rare.
Very rare. There we
It
go.
does not get you to that.
There's a qualifier. Yeah, very rare is like, what, 50?
A very rare like starts at like 20,000.
Yeah.
so, yes, I want to have a dagger enchanted with the paralyzing ability of Shocking Grasp,
You want a dagger that can shock and grasp people?
except without the electricity damage. I just want to deny people reactions on hit.
You do have to hit them.
Yes.
No reaction. Ha 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 ha!
I do that when I cast slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but not everyone's always slowed. Sometimes they break out of it.
You don't get a lot of actions in 5th edition, so everyone you lose, even the stupid ones, is pretty hurtful. Because we don't have, like, whatever combat reflexes, so you can't get extra reactions.
Hey, whoa.
And effectively giving me just spring attack for nothing.
No, the only person who gets unlimited AOs is those tunnel fighter dudes.
Roar! But yeah, AGQ broke last year's record. Didn't quite meet their 2.3 goal, only made 2.1 and change.
Oh yeah, I don't have anything like that in stock. You specifically do not want it to have conduct through electricity?
I figured it would be cheaper without it. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to the electricity, but just
Very well.
something to hit every time I hit something versus a limited use.
Just on our end of it, it's largely conveying magic over to an item. Really, to restrict that is, in fact, more work rather than less.
It's like less magic, less cost, but we're going to have to modify the spell and get it back in, same price.
You could do something like that for, say, 2,000 gold.
Okay. I'm willing to part with that.
And do you have a specific...
Don't
dagger?
care, I'm going to break it. I have a magical item that eats other magical item weapons. So, anything you put it on, don't care.
Really?
Yeah, I've shown it to you before. Magic Feather Sword.
When you showed him that weapon, it had ate nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Now
now
it does this.
See, so I don't think this glowed last time I saw it.
Well, definitely not with the moonlight. I bought a dagger and it had the moonlight enchantment, so the cat people said, and my sword ate it.
Would you be willing to loan this for a period of time?
If you knock off 500 gold, sure.
Certainly.
Okay. How long will the enchantment on the dagger take?
We should have that within 2 days. And I say if you'd like this back around this time tomorrow, certainly a day with it just to try and see what on earth it's doing.
Just for demonstration purpose, do you have any magic weapons on hand?
I do, perhaps. And perhaps
I've
tomorrow
been-
when you're picking it back up, I want to... I mean, you say that you actually broke items and it conveys it.
Mhm.
That could be
Well, so far,
quite
only...
a simplifying process.
So far, only weapon ones. I tried some bracers of armor and it just whacked them.
Okay. Yes, well. Definitely. Yeah. So yeah, he will do that.
And just for funsies, if you spend an hour communing with it and ask a question, it'll give you a vague, nearly useless answer.
Right. Okay then.
Have fun with that.
Okay then. Yeah, no, you brought that up. I'm like, oh, he would so want that. Otherwise, you're doing that. You get back to Clink, who has the sending stone. Which of you had the other one? You're now separated. I like that both of you raise your hand.
I did.
Who purchased the sending stones?
We both did.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you each purchased one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So which of you gave one to Quake?
Fine.
Well, imagine that
Conversation
happened while you were just at Quake. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like, get that sending stone and ask him how it all shook out.
Oh, yeah, I've got a bunch of money for you. Where would you like to meet up? I'm currently making runs down to the minor mine code to purchase something.
At the inn?
Oh, where?
At the inn or at the tavern?
At the inn that we use. Well, they've already done the business here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have to stay.
Okay.
We can go to the actual, inn and
Yeah, just making sure that we're clear.
Alright. So, do you want to meet up with me just here in a bit after I purchase my rock?
Are you specifically going to the Minor Mine Co., or are you going to a closer mining organization?
I'll go to a closer one if
Okay.
it's available.
There are some that are available within the city. The Minor Mine Company does not actively have an office that they are currently using within the city.
Yeah.
They are using their former mine
I'll go to the
as their office in order to save money, is no longer needing to.
I'll go to a closer one.
Yeah.
It's like they used to have a building in town.
Yes, they did.
They just stopped leasing it after
Yeah.
they
After they ended up with, we have this an hour away. We have a large area that we own that, well, we can't do anything else with it now. We paid to get it back. And I don't know if you realize it, but their business practices are
stingy.
yes.
Gonna make you make a 2-hour commute every day. Don't continue working for me.
But yeah.
Any of the people that actually work in the office, there's 2 of them. Everyone else actually is either in mines or not.
So I'll meet up with you after I get done with my purchase.
Okay.
Alright.
Do I have all the clothes for them?
Yes. Otherwise, you would also probably pass by the shop where...
Carnival?
yeah, but where...
Well, where Kalidan is.
Where Kalidan is.
Garnavan Smith.
But yeah, but you do notice as you do pass by that it currently is closed down for the day. A bit earlier than normal.
I stop in. I'm bang on the door. Or whatever the cage.
There'd be a door.
Okay. I bang on the door.
He's like, and here's how you get a really you gotta get a... Was it a...
Hey, Carnival.
Was there something you did?
Kalidan.
Right. Gotta what's up? You're being cold.
I roll my eyes, sigh heavily, and shuffle over. Open the door, look out.
Here's 8,500 gold.
I like how you're just standing in the doorway on the street of the merchant street, just sort of.
This stuff is yours?
Take bag. put in bag.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit in bag.
I have a Hewer's Heavy Haver.
Oh,
Yeah. And he's like, there's your money. We're meeting up at the tavern. See you.
I kind of point to my wrist and say, how early do we close?
They closed early.
Yeah,
He's just showing you. You
Yeah,
have no
it's like-
concept for it because you've not done this before.
Yeah, I was like 4 more hours, basically.
Yeah.
I walk back in. I look at him, I just went...
So here's how you get a real sharp edge. It's not going to last forever, but it's enough that at least, that when they're buying it, they're going to be impressed.
Are you talking about the razor sword from Majora's Mask that had so many sharp swipes in it?
No.
Okay.
I am talking about the Masterwork property, which we have developed in this campaign that you utilized on a set of locksmiths that gave advantage for a first number of uses.
Which would be very useful in my magical axe. It needs more advantages, Adam.
Yeah.
I need to have the advantage.
So as you're learning sort of this idea, do you bring things up with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's like, some of these techniques, you have to be very careful, of course, with any work on anything that is already enchanted. But we can put some time into,
Well, he's
Sure,
like,
some of
well, I do need a demonstration.
Yeah,
of
so
it.
some of the
After all. So is he going to demonstrate on my axe so I can
We'll
have
find out in a bit.
and an axe of advantage? Because that's what my character needs, is more advantage.
high ground. Use stilts.
Actually, I'm thinking of getting boots of flying.
Yes, then you'll always have the high ground.
Otherwise, yeah, you carry on. And yeah, to one of the... I'm sure if you'd have asked Jimmy, who'd done all of the mine company research, very easy. One of them actually just literally has... Like, you go into the front and, like, they actually have, like, almost like a sales floor where they have all, cases of all the different minerals and stuff that they can obtain. Yeah, so you walk in and someone sort of greets you. Oh, hello then. You just start up an account with us. I've not seen you around.
Oh, no. I'm a person looking to make a small quantity purchase.
Small one? Okay, well, if we have what we need, what are we looking for?
I am looking for a very small sample of a material that I'm looking to create into a writable surface.
You should know what slate is.
Yeah. I'll mention slate. Whatever.
Certainly, yes. He kind of comes around the counter and looking through.
Highly educated. I seriously have these never.
And I have a mining book, so I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have done you have looked into some of that, yeah. You do that enough. And they'll kind of go around for a case and sort of...
You might want to check if they have chalk, too.
I'm not going to need chalk. I'm just going to do a magic.
No. Well, how's that going to stay up there?
Erase. Right.
I figured you
What spell are you using?
Do you want a spell for these? It'd be prestidigitation.
I don't think that would last.
Yeah, that doesn't last.
It would be permanent.
Yeah, but
I thought the idea was you just wanted a surface to write on. That's why we kept saying slate, so you could write on it with chalk.
Yeah.
which would be incredibly cheap.
And then erase it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then rewrite stuff with
Yeah.
chalk, like they do on slate boards.
Yeah.
That they have. In the
That is
spirit.
what everything so far has been
Like a
based on.
blackboard, the thing you first asked for.
Yeah. That's literally what we've been going towards, is a blackboard. Because you said
I
blackboard.
imagine that'd be cheaper than a magic writing desk.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, were you actually thinking of something like where the ability to write on it was in itself contained within the
Walls of
walls?
the board.
Yeah, that would have made it. Yeah, that
Prohibitively expensive?
yeah.
Okay.
That would have actually knocked it up another rarity level. You could not have afforded.
Okay. Then I'll go with
But
this
yes.
and ask for chalk too.
Yeah. And seeing as you need small amount of that and probably small handful of chalk will last you ages. That's really all you need.
Yes.
5 silver.
I'll give him 5 silver.
Yeah,
I told you, I wanted a small quantity purchase.
you can sense a little disappointment.
give him a silver for his time.
I asked him if there's anything that, whatever, he'd like help with. Is there any construction that you'd want done right here and now?
I have magic build things power. Do you have something you need built now?
Nothing that comes to mind.
Okay, well, whatever. Call business card. Call the strong arms in case you need any sort of that kind of work done quickly.
Yeah, just construction, or we've had
construction
some hassle with a bit of a up and comer company.
You're not attacking the Minor Mind Co. They are protected by the strong arm brand, damn it.
Hey, they better open up their protection checks if they want to.
Oh no, they're obviously going to have to pay us.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Just saying.
Take the payment, go over to him. Now, pay us not to do that and attack him back. Potentially already get paid by them? Yes.
I'll take that down as a note.
Yeah, we can probably sell that information that someone was trying to hire us.
Oh, thank you. Alright. Flee back to the corpse cart.
Flee.
Yes.
I just see you like scurrying through the streets.
I'm imagining Muppets, the floppy.
Just scurrying permanently through the streets.
I need to go quickly. Jimmy's not with me.
What?
And I'm your protection, or?
No, you're my double speed while in town.
Otherwise, by the time you arrive, it's Ellie who's now sitting on the counter.
Hey, Ellie.
Hi.
How you doing? Did you happen to hear what me and Dad were talking about?
Yep. You're looking to put some sort of special rock inside one of these. She sort of reaches under the counter and pulls out sort of like a folded silky cloth that kind of...
Yep. Well, I got a bit of the rock and this used for the writing material.
Well, the chalk you can just keep.
Yeah.
Well, I figured I'd show it to her.
Yeah. Yep, should do it. Just minding the walls with that. Probably by tomorrow.
Cool. Also, let's see. Could you also hook me up with a scroll?
What did you need?
Teleport circle?
Yes, we should be able to do that. So, scoots off, takes the rock and the cloth and sort of goes behind the sort of the curtain and sets those down and sort of filters through and comes through with a little sort of like basket. And she's kind of looking through various scrolls.
Just because it would be a really readily available scroll versus taking it yourself.
And so I can have the spell.
Yeah. I was wondering why you're doing it this way versus level up. And I thought, because teleports are...
Because I get 2 spells that I pick when I level up.
He already knows 2 that he wants.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have it available otherwise. That's why.
What level is it?
5.
5. It's like, I figure that is easier than me having to look that up first.
It's 5.
It's also under T.
What?
I teleport under T.
But it would actually be in a different book.
Somehow. But in that book, it would be under T. For teleport.
Here would be one of the more common scrolls.
1,500.
Okay.
And just like that, Ryan's broke again.
I should still have like a couple thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,500 and...
4,000 for the whole.
No. I need...
Oh, yeah.
Need whatever... 100 gold worth of the material component. Rare chalks and inks infused with precious gems.
Teleport circle has a material cost. Well, isn't that already in the...
Yeah, with the scroll would contain, I believe it would contain the material components within it. I will double check.
But then again, he's writing it in his own thing and will need to cast it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to buy that, they can also sell that. I'm sure if it has a cost, it'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, the scroll can be used.
But the
once.
scroll itself does have the...
Right.
Yeah,
but
can you
he's
see that?
never planning on using it.
Okay.
I'm going to be writing it down.
Do you specify that?
Yes.
Would you rather spend the money, spend an extra 200 gold and copy it out of a... Can you copy it currently?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
can
would you
copy-
rather spend an extra 200 gold and we'll just let you copy it out of a book
Why would I spend extra?
so that you don't have a failure chance? Because copying a spell from a scroll has a failure chance. Copying out of a spell book does not.
Okay.
A pretty significant fail chance, in fact.
Well, it's not significant. It's not a high odds, but it destroys the scroll if you fail. So, it is a you can't try again. Yeah. Yeah, so she'll put that away. Just go get one of the books that has it. So to sit up there. She does that. And while you're doing that, you can kind of pay attention as she sort of lays out sort of a mat of kind of a bleached leather that she seems to be marking, having set. She's basically manning the front of the store for some reason. But while doing that, she's up here working. She's set your slate in the middle of that, and she's basically lining with intricacies some sort of powder on what is about a 2 foot by 2 foot square of bleached leather. Just sort of going through, making patterns around the small chunk of material that she's set in the middle. You're doing that.
Heading to the inn.
Heading to the inn while he is now taking... How long does it take you to copy that?
Right. Thinking of that, I'm like, if I'm going to be copying the spell and also waiting on that, I'm just going to go ahead and drop money for her up front. And then I'm going to be like, I'm going to leave and come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll run off and give him his money.
Okay. Sure. And then just basically run by. He is in the inn, sort of waiting.
Yep.
Do you go to a room?
You want to go up to a room, or?
Versus slashing your giant shiny wad of cash.
Do you see me?
You could also have the opinion, as that does mean opening. Have you taken yours out into your own bag yet?
My money?
Yeah.
No, because
Okay.
my bag's full.
Okay.
Well, I could carry it around in another bag. I've
Okay.
got multiple backpacks for a reason.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, because technically you also have his portable stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I figure that's the point. You've given all the money to everyone else,
Mm-hmm.
so just take yours and I'll wander away with my portable hole full of cash.
Yeah.
Right. So, whatever. I'll just go into a room and dump out my money into a bag and hand his portable back.
I think it still has 500 gold worth of silver in it.
Oh, I
There's
take
still
that.
some silver in there?
Well, apparently he took it out. So.
Alright, yeah. I'm like, you guys didn't sell it all?
No, the 500 silver's for material use.
Alright, well that's good.
Oh, so you knew that.
Yeah, for making components and stuff.
I still say hilarious if we just went and blew it all up at Loth's Temple on just holy waters. 25 gold a pot of silver. And I believe specifically holy water is exactly that price, so people can just cast it at cost as a service to whoever wants it.
I don't even know what to do with all this money. Does the corpse cart have a catalog?
You've never gotten that opinion.
Well, I guess I go and find out.
As you just walk
So the
back
pair of you
with
walk
Ryan.
back together?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're going to the same place.
Yes.
But, so you're walking back. What are you doing?
I was going back to the inn.
Okay, so are you just done for the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go eat dinner.
Yeah, you've faced. Yeah, as he starts teaching you some of that, you're not sure you grasp the concept yet of the work he's done. But we will just say that the next 5 attacks you make with your axe have advantage.
Till it dulls off.
Yeah.
Use them wisely.
Yep.
He attacks 5 coconuts.
Ha! You're prone now.
Otherwise, what percentage are you at now? I forget the rate at which I've been growing that.
35.
35.
Slowly.
Okay.
One's the right.
Okay. We're doing that. And you'll finish for the day. So you'll then head back to the inn as you were instructed, I'm guessing.
Cart?
So you go to the corpse cart first?
I have things to
Okay.
buy.
So you'll head there. Let's see how long they're there. How long did it take for you to copy the spell over?
Like 5 hours. Or is it 10?
Let's see.
It takes some time.
Otherwise, you get in as he starts working on that, and Ellie is still detailing some sort of web of
For each level, 2 hours.
So 10 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you break that up?
Yes.
So does Ellie have a catalog I
No.
can thumb through?
No.
Are we certain I've suddenly come into a large amount of money? Then I have no idea what I want.
Ellie, just start suggesting things to me that you think would be good.
Well, tell me a bit of yourself.
Oh, god damn it.
I didn't even think about it before I said it.
It's only 2, so
Oh, not much. I'm just a humble adventurer.
just so close. So close.
Hey, man, that's why I'm only a humble adventurer. Nothing important.
Yeah. Only a humble adventurer got invited to the Queen's Ball a few days since.
Don't you need the money to enchant your stupid glowing whatsits?
Well, I'm not going to spend all of it on glowing whatsits.
Do you say how much money you have?
No, I said a lot.
Okay.
If it's more than I can afford, I just don't want it. I mean, I don't see the point. It doesn't seem that useful.
Or,
Well, what can you afford?
Well, I do have some other expenses coming up. I suppose I could part with 8,000 gold.
Okay.
I imagine it might cost 1,600 to have my clothes enchanted.
And she says, yeah, and she sort of is half making small talk, trying. You think maybe thinking, as she is continuing just to line something up.
Doing other work that
Yeah,
doesn't
doing-
pertain to you.
Yeah.
she lines something up, just snorts it.
She's
She's just over there doing coke.
it is a dark gray powder.
Coke mixed with gunpowder.
Just hand her the drying salt. Here, do a bump of this.
Oh.
Not a fun sniff.
She's gonna have to pick for a week.
I'm pretty sure that would kill you, because you would breathe that into your lungs. Or wherever cocaine goes. I have no idea.
The mucous membrane to absorb it into the blood.
Still.
That's what you do it for, because you want to absorb it directly into the blood.
No. Not yet. Let's see. Maybe.
Brian just shirt's old. It looks like Thanatos got her.
Yeah, I know. The image got all freaking from that.
Especially her right foot. It's like she's dissolving from there up.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, once they restart everything in the next movie.
She's got a big old bottle of whiskey. She'll be fine.
Yeah, her gourd.
What?
And at a certain point, she
Magic item cards.
sort of stops and, well, I have something. And she reaches under the table and just sort of lights fire as, like, the design just all of a sudden just sort of starts to blaze around, burning into the bleached leather as she just sort of turns around and walks back into the back room.
I've seen gifts of gunpowder artwork.
Otherwise, as it's still sort of simmering on the other end, so not long, she comes in with a sort of a robe that has a variety of eyes all around it. Well, as a general adventurer, perhaps something of this ilk might suit you.
Madame, I am a man of culture and distinguished tastes. I wear only the highest fashions.
It's a clearly magical garment. How much more fashionable can you get?
Make those
Very.
eyes attach to spiders.
Very fashionable.
If those
As the eyeballs actually turn around and sort of...
Also, I don't think I don't know what a robe of eyes does.
I'm pretty sure it gives you immunity surprise rounds or
Well,
something.
it lets you
Advantage
see
on
that is
this
around you. See that is invisible,
Yeah, invisible.
ethereal.
Dark vision.
Well, maybe one of my other adventure companions would be interested in such a trinket.
Well, if you come up with more of a concept of what kind of things you're into, feel free to come back.
I like that they have enough business. We don't want to sell. We just want people to come in and request.
She was fine to sell. She asked the question, so tell me about yourself. Well, I'm just an adventurer.
Oh, you know, nothing.
All of a sudden, he got humble.
That's what happens when he rolls poorly. He just turns straight humble. He forgets to tell the story.
And I'm just like, he's lightning and thunder mage.
Holy stick, that's awesome for that. No, I think it's rare.
Also, how much do legendary items cost?
Priceless. A lot. Starting at 50,000 and going up from there.
We don't got that much money.
Well, you don't. I don't think you do all combined.
Nope.
Well, if you simply need something to enhance the ability of lightning, we can always do something like that. But
Well, I'm already really good at thunder and lightning.
Can always be
very well. And she sort of climbs back up on the counter, crosses her legs, and sets back to work.
You should buy us all mirrors.
I don't believe those exist.
Folding the leather around the.
You just buy us mirror equivalents.
Well, then the sending stones technically don't work the way they like message once a day versus walkie-talkies.
I think they can be walkie-talkies or be able to cast a spell.
I've never actually had the opportunity to really actually do anything other than receive magic items, so I've never looked through 5th edition.
Once per dawn.
Magic items.
Once per dawn we can use the sending stones?
Yes, for them.
I have
Yours also gave you the message cantrip at will.
Which is nice at 150.
Is it just to the other person?
Yeah. Yeah. Which is closer range, but yes, yours is actually modified.
Hence, the mirrors would be sending stones, except way more powerful and unlimited. And also come with images.
Rary's telepathic bond stones?
No, it's telepathic.
Well, that'd be the function there, though. The range, constant communication, actual walkie-talkies.
You mean telepathy? There's another spell called telepathy that allows you to just talk to anybody that you know as long as they're on the same plane.
Otherwise,
If you have more of an idea, go for
yeah,
it.
do you...
Hence the wanting for a catalog, to have a reason to come back later on and say, I would like to buy this.
Yes, but clearly this store largely, has some things in stock, but a lot of what they do is modified and
You
creating
buy
this thing
magic
out.
paints.
I know you could always buy some clothes that have resistances, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Too functional.
Like, how does that actually help me?
Resist damage.
But that's cornerstone to good adventure is a little bit of pain. Maybe a good scar here.
Well, that's not, it's not immunity to damage, it's resist damage. Duh.
I don't know, maybe you should load up
Is
on
there
more
magical
pearls
appendages?
of power.
Or just
Yeah, more pearls of power.
Yeah. There you go.
just attune to 3 of them.
Not necessarily strictly written in here other than the artifact.
Oh, so there's just an artifact that gives you a magical arm?
Well, you can replace your hand with it.
Okay. So no.
I don't know. See if they can do a modified version of Necklace of Fireballs of Necklace of Lightning Bolts, and then just throw lightning bolts all the time, forever.
But I'd throw like it once and I'd lose them all.
You just throw the entire necklace of them.
Well, that's what you have the necklace for. So you can throw all of them.
So much less damage potential.
Otherwise, the pair of you, or no, because you went to there. So when you pretty much find out they don't have a catalog and took them of it and they couldn't think of anything, do you hang out or do you
No, I go to a bar and think about it.
a bar or back to this random bar? Or do you go meet up with?
Go back to the end.
Well, I got a drum of clothes.
Okay. Okay. Did you
Get
drop
him
off
his
Ryan?
clothes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then yes, you'll go back to the.
The height
him.
of fashion.
Ryan or
The-
Henwick would still be there when you arrived.
The lady said that
Ellie
we
is sort of
could,
sitting on the,
accompany you to the
counter,
ball, but that
folding
we'll
up
probably have
burnt,
to wait outside.
bleached
Tests.
leather.
That makes sense.
Oh, okay, and I go, I wonder if they have a belt of the Dwarven kind available. As I talk to my stone. I don't know if she's heard me speak before.
Doesn't care either way.
Mage, it's not caring if you're crazy or not. Just make the money.
I believe we do. I'll get that here in just a moment. She's just doing it, and she at a certain point she's reached the thing and she's kind of looking around.
I look down at my stone and I go, I should let her know I have another item I need to ask about.
Ask about that. As she's sort of uncrossing her legs and pushing her feet together to hold this folded up piece of folded bits of leather. She's reaching around under the counter.
Point of fact, Doesn't she have hooves?
Mm-hmm.
I hold out my hands in offering.
Okay. She's pulling out like a cord
I got
and sort of
and I say,
lengthening and biting it where she need.
I look down. I go, I wonder if they have any boots of flying.
Yes, certainly. She's like tying a nice little bow around that. Certainly. I know that I'd set the price on the belt.
5,000.
5,000. Have I done the same with Boots of Flying? I feel like someone might have asked about that at one point. Where did I put my big long sheet that had all the prices you asked about in the
2,500.
2,500? Yeah.
So almost the exact amount you have.
In fact, the exact amount he has in solid platinum bars.
Well, you'd still have 1,000 left over.
But he could keep that as
those
the
were
coins.
yeah.
Yeah, he could actually just spend the bars.
2,500. He'd still have 5,000 gold worth of bars left.
Well, 5,000 for the belt of Dornkind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd eat all of his then.
Bars. Here you go.
Does she have them available right now?
Unless you have anything specific you're looking for. She looks out towards the door. With them, but in general, yes. Well, the belt's pretty much as it is. But you can always do something with the boots if you'd rather.
Oh, no.
The very opposite of Erich.
Yeah.
Zero customization, all utility.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you ever set a price for Brooms of Flying, or did you say you were not allowed to have those because they're too cheap?
Well, I didn't say that for sure, but I don't know that I set a price for them either.
Because they're, like, uncommon. I think Boots of Flying only give you so long of a flight time per day.
It's 4 hours with a minimum of 1 minute per use.
Mm.
And you get an hour back for every 2 hours or something.
Or Brooms of Flying, you're just, woo, fly!
Yeah. And by boots of flying, I'm guessing you're meaning winged boots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wear these boots flying at full speed as your walking speed, you can use these boots to fly up to full 4 hours at once or in several short flights. Each one is a minimum of 1 minute. If you are flying when the duration expires, you descend at a rate of 30 feet per round. The boots regain 2 hours of flying capability for every 12 hours they are not in use.
But yes, she comes back, and it actually takes her probably about a minute and a half, and a couple times during that, she'll just sort of peek out and sort of hold up a finger. But you can kind of hear that she's shuffling through things, and she comes out, sets what is very much a typical belt of dwarven kind, sort of, that very much that, and so almost like as she's bright, like dust is just falling to the floor, and by the time she swings it up and sets it down, like all the dust has like clearly it's sat around for some time, but it's almost like repelling the dust as it moves through the air.
I take off the goggles and I go,
Oh yes, let me check. And she asks, and you hear her father reply from the back room, and I think we'd set
$250?
I would refund the price for the.
Well,
I think you actually wrote it down because I told you to.
no, you told me to write down the price for the belt.
Okay.
You didn't tell me.
Refund for what?
For the
goggles were $250.
Was it $250? Okay, yeah. So they'll reduce it by that. Very classical belt of dwarven kind. The boots are sturdy.
Night vision goggles are $450.
Good. That's what they were purchased for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Very sturdy, but of like a black material that almost seems to seems darker than is natural, almost like it's absorbing light. And here are the winged boots.
And they fit, right?
Up to. Try them on.
Yeah, I was asking.
Yeah.
I was trying them on. I wasn't asking her.
They basically adjust as you are putting them on to do so, yes.
Some magic items don't have the resize function.
Yes, no, of course not. In case I forget to mention it whenever you actively use them, they do not have wings sticking out of the side at normal times. When you actually are activating the per minute of the flight capability, basically wings of light sprout from the sides of the boots, illuminating them enough to show them as a dark leather. Other than that light, no light illuminates them enough that you can quite tell that that's what they are.
So just enough to know if someone's up there?
Possibly.
Some floating boots
If you,
right there?
they do not mechanically do anything. Yes, if you are not being stealthy, then someone would see it. If you are trying to be stealthy, it's not actively disadvantaging that. It's not actually casting light even in your own space. The boots seem like they are unnaturally dark, as if absorbing the light around them. They are, and then they are using that to power up the actual flight.
Neat. Was Tenchi Muyo's wings of light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe
Wings of
both
light.
of those are attunement items. I don't know. Obviously, you're
They are.
Yeah.
But I only have one attunement item thus far, so this will bring up the...
Well, because I knew you were removing your goggles, which was your other attunement item, but yeah.
So the dwarf, the boots, and the belt? The armor, I should say.
Nope.
Yeah. Well,
The sword... my axe is, my armor is not.
okay.
I could have sworn the dwarven armor.
Nope. I checked before I went down this little crusade of purchasing things.
Which was a very wise decision. Otherwise, you'll probably be in and out while Ryan is still working on that, unless you actively want to split the time. She has at no point given you a sign that they're kicking you out for
Right.
any point.
Turn to her. So how much is a broom of flying?
My health went up to 93.
Yeah, puts you far outside mine now.
Gives Belt to Dwarven Kind, gives you +2 con.
Oh, by the way, once my sword eats enough attunement slots, who wants the illusion bracelets for cantrips?
You'll find out when you get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows. Nobody cares.
Because Ryan, now you're commanding undead with your bonus action, aren't you?
For the most part, yeah.
Let's see, we
I got
said
other
broom
stuff to
of
do.
flying. Would be 600.
Okay.
Also, just put that on my tab. I'll buy one of those too.
Yeah, I'll buy it for 600.
She's like, okay, we'll get that here before you leave.
Okay.
She's sort of like the shrugging of the. You're here for a while.
And now Ryan never walks again. I don't think they have.
Am I
command
capable
on.
of using these boots as a reaction? If I were to suddenly start to fall?
Yeah, it has feather fall on it by default.
Well, if you're flying and it runs out,
Yeah, that's
you
what-
send at
yeah.
30 feet. But
I think the boots automatically activate a feather fall type.
Doesn't say anything about it.
that would definitely be DM call.
Yeah, which is why I'm asking Adam to think about it. I don't need an answer right now. Just something.
By the time you're falling.
Yeah, just
Yep.
it is something I would like to be able to do.
Makes sense.
The answer is you have your hands free and can do other stuff.
And does not require attunement.
Ah, okay.
For the attunement, you end up with that. Okay.
What, you want the sword dancing?
No. He's looking at
No, just comparing the two as far as what was...
flying versus flying.
Yeah. Just like, here's what made them choose what they did on which.
I don't know, that has a set speed. Could he get an upgraded, like, Firebrand 3000 that has a faster initial speed? In weight capacity? Just have a set
On one hand, no, that's silly. On the other hand, I do like Harry Potter. I
know!
The more expensive broom.
It's Firebolt.
Firebolt, yeah.
I know, because when I first started reading this game, and that was the constant spell, for the longest time, that was what came to mind every time.
Yeah.
I just figured he didn't want to get sued by Disney, so he did the wrong one. But no, he was just wrong, as per usual.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to believe in you, Nick. I tried.
It's been a long time since I read those books.
It's also not Disney.
They have a theme park, don't they?
That's Universal.
That's not part of Disney?
They're competing.
You know, they don't just own each other, right? Yeah.
Those are different things.
It's hard to tell what the make.
I'm not even joking. I'm legit.
They are different things, yes. They are different things. They are that is their Universal is Disney's major competition, yes.
Oh. Disney should step it up.
Competition.
Yeah.
Disney should step up their game. They're only mostly in first place.
No,
It really depends on what you like. Universal tends to be better as far as actual, like, you know, like,
Theme
roller coaster. Disney is better with theme. Yeah. The theme at Disney is better. The action of a roller coaster is
So
better.
Universal's better.
That's what
I like both.
No, it's just clearly Universal's better. So
No, the theming at Disney is really good.
yeah, but that's not important. It's like the story in a video game.
That is absolutely important.
Stories in video games are dumb.
Otherwise, do you just head back to the inn after that?
Better question. Do you fly back to the inn after that?
No, I've already been arrested once. Thank you very much. Though profitable, not something I enjoyed doing.
So I'm thinking all of you have gone back to the inn, and you're the only one that has not.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little bit after he's left before she, sort of steps down, and she'll lock the door.
You live here now.
Yeah. Basically there are sections of the actual side of the cabinet that pull out, and the two actual cabinets on the front, like the actual store side shelves that had all the potions, bottles, jars, they each pull and flip backwards, where you just see like a metal sidewall, and she locks that.
I asked her, so how's it going?
Quite well.
Made a lot of money today.
And it's like, are you still in the middle of working?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It'll be done soon.
No,
You'll be done in several hours.
I'll be done in relative time.
I'm aware.
Relative to my gnomish lifespan.
Yeah. As she sort of flops out the portable hole, probably around this time, just into the middle of the floor. Careful. And sort of hops down into it with her bundle of leather and a small little bag of some things. For the next couple of hours, at certain points, you will see, firelight illuminate from below there, and etc. If you look in as she's first laying it down, it is sort of like just like the sidewall is just black void. When she's starting, so as far as
it
what it
should
is.
be.
Yeah.
All right.
Black, disorienting void.
Yeah.
I always think of it like a basement, just stone walls.
Yeah, I know. You guys had different thoughts than me. That's why portable holes became something you could customize. Black void is always what I had just assumed, but then I found out, other people think other things. That's a good idea.
I find black voids massively uncomfortable.
Yes.
The idea of it is disconcerting. So
Yes.
I deliberately didn't think about it because I like that item.
I don't know. I always went white void. Yeah,
It's
Matrix style white voice.
Just an NCSer painting down there.
Nah, I never thought of it as white.
When I get to the tavern thingy, because I'm aware he's going to the Queen's thing, I say to my Stone, whilst near Vic, can't figure out how to phrase it. He's going to the Queen's ball. I'm going with him.
No, you're free to accompany at least part of the way. There are private areas which
Asgard.
would not be permitted.
He's going to Asgard.
No. I'm going as his guard.
As he pleases, you can come with the other ones.
I just look down and I
There
go...
will be servants areas.
I look down and go, he'll figure out where I'm supposed to stand. I don't really care.
Yeah, generally, yeah.
Otherwise, he was staying in your room, and you still have the key to your room with you.
I'm staying in my room.
What room were you staying in? Or was it the other
He's
one?
been staying in upper class areas for the most part.
Yeah, where were you staying overnight?
Somewhere fancy.
Okay, you
I
actually
just
did.
have tons of money.
Oh.
And I've put on a good show. The Queen's invited me to a ball. I have to, show up a little.
Okay,
Oh,
so you actually do go to it.
Did I get paid?
He came and gave you money.
No. The dwarf.
And he comes in, drops all this money, like, okay, so where's my 5 gold?
No. I didn't ask for it. I'm wondering if he gave me money.
Yeah, he would have given you 7 gold.
I'm asking for bookkeeping reasons.
Yes.
Don't spend it all in one place.
If I didn't say it, yeah. Otherwise, Trivial Dream, and you end up going back quite late. Some of you had things to pick up the next day. Yeah, you had clothes. They are ready and looking quite fine.
I'll have to go get those in
Was it 1 day or 2 days that they said for the portable hole?
They said the next day.
Next day? Yeah. So then they'll have that probably by midday of it if you go by.
And wake up. Oh, we're gonna get you guys a new home. Whom, whom.
Yeah.
Yeah, be good, guys.
So you're able to do that. You just go off to work. What were you working on today?
Hanging out till midday before I go back up to the corpse cart.
Okay, so you're going back at midday.
I also...
do either of you do things before?
If given the time, I will.
What did you want to do?
I'm going to stop by the guild house that's in town.
Okay, and you were actually given instructions for where that was located.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're able to find that. Then?
Go into the guild house and
Instead of knocking, sort of get sort of a... May I help you?
show my signet.
Where do we wait?
Marvellian.
No, Henwick.
Nice to meet you. You travel from far?
Oh, we've been from all the way from Narmexel. That's where I joined the guild in.
Okay, not too bad.
And so we've come back around here. We've been in this town before, though.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we have much more modest accompaniments, but if you need a place to rest or any general assistance, we have a few things around.
Well, one of the things I was wondering is, do you have the code combination for a teleport circle in town here?
I do believe there is one. We'll talk about that. And they'll sort of...
Hey, can I get your phone number?
Also, I wanted to give you something for the guild.
Mhm.
I hand him, what's that, 9 silver spoons.
Okay.
9 tiny
Just
silver
basically
spoons.
mark out the value you've put towards...
It's 90 gold.
Yeah.
Silver spoons?
It's a component for a spell.
By the way, when I'm at the inn, I go down and check with them to see if we've got any letters or messages that's coming.
Oh, for starters, because yeah. Make a luck check. Have fun.
3.
Nope.
I love telling him to do that.
It's funnier when I get 0. That is the absolute funniest.
You get hate mail.
What's your alignment?
Me?
Yeah.
Lawful neutral.
Yeah, they kind of try and sense out where you are, and you kind of give to the point of, there's possibility for a teleportation circle, but it's not exactly one that we're allowed to use. I'm not sure.
This Guild of Mages does not maintain its own teleport circle.
Yes. Now, if you need one, say for Mixel, they can easily give you the code for that.
I have that one. I was wondering
exactly.
the one to get back here.
Well, exactly. It's like, we don't have one within the guild house. As you kind of sit and talk, you find out this literally is a guild member lives here and is willing to just open up their house to those that come by.
Mm-hmm.
This is not like a guild property. This is a guild member's house where this is what they are offering to the guild. So yeah, it's a lot less...
I don't want to pay those fees. People can come by my B&B.
Okay, so this is something that you poured forth as value to the guild. So
Yes.
how did you get set up with this? Did you just ask to set your house up as a guild stop house?
Yes, I noticed they had nothing in town, so I offered that when the family house was left to me. It set me up quite well, allows me time to
Do you have
practice.
Do you have any contact with the whatever guild heads in Normexel?
The guild head that is there, yes. You certainly spoke.
I mean, do you have like easy communication, or is it once in a while thing?
We can do a
Message.
basic... Yeah, we do have a basic ability to converse, if needed.
Do you just cast spells back and forth, or do you have an item that...
We would just utilize spells, yes.
Oh, okay. Alright, I was wondering.
Okay.
Did you need help setting up a teleport circle here?
We could certainly clear a spot if you...
Want to come back
We're
here
good,
every
yeah.
day for the next year?
Yeah.
It's like, can you cast it? Are you willing to front them the gold in the year's time?
Yeah, it'd be the
Yeah.
golden years time. It's like,
It's expensive.
Yeah.
I'll keep it in
Let me
mind.
actually check something.
Years 365 in this
You
world?
are, and basically at this point, you have no set time that you have to be back there, just other than by the time they close. You probably just take your time here, continuing to figure things out. If they are willing to talk, figure out things with you.
Yeah.
Also, he undoubtedly tries to get a peek at a spell book to see if he can copy down more spells.
Also, I will... let's see.
Yeah, it looks like you have to pay that material component cost every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And if you miss a day, you gotta start over.
Yeah, and I also learned 2 different destinations on the material plane for learning the spell.
It's 18,000 gold.
Okay.
So I already know 1, but I get 2 that I learn.
Did your town have one?
Warrenhide?
And no, that would not be. I'll tell you those in a minute.
Because it's definitely not our town. With their total ability to cast fifth level spells and such.
No, I figured we'd have places down here because it'd be quite weird.
Beneficial towards trade that no one's ever set up. Yeah.
You get over the time that if you are willing to, that he is capable of casting the spell, he does not know the spell. He does not have liquid funds enough to be able to cast it for the year, but he does have basic materials he would need to copy a spell. If you, and given the way you write your spells, would have to assist during the time for him to be able to copy from your spellbook. If you let him copy the spell and provide material components for the spell, you do basically get to the point where he can, where you can contact him and generally within a minute have one here that he can cast, because he can, or yeah, basically, you get to the point where you can do whether, I'm guessing you have the sending spell?
No.
No? Okay. Well, I'm guessing that is a lot lower.
It's third level.
Third level, yeah. He can exchange, you let him copy that, well, he'll let you copy sending. You could cast sending to let him know, and then within a few minutes he can set up and he can make a circle that you could then teleport to.
Okay.
So there's not a set one, but you...
So with the cost of, a sending spell and 100 gold, you could then teleport to this location.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
50 gold.
50. But yeah.
You'd need to cast your own teleport circle to go there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another point is you'd have to give him 50 gold to make his circle. Then you'd have to cast your own circle for 50 gold. So every teleport would be 100 gold.
Yeah, so it's not ideal, but it's a method.
Yeah.
He's sort of willing to say,
Well, if he wants to at least do the exchange of the copy,
yeah,
we can do that.
yeah.
So I gotta spend a bunch of money for this, but hey, send it for free now.
Yeah.
And also just sort of that willingness of... So it's like, literally, it's like, my job is to man here.
Yeah.
I will gladly stay here. That's per my job.
Yeah.
If we come into a windfall, we can set you up with enough materials to get you a permanent circle.
Yeah. It's like...
The massive amount of money
windfall.
we- Yeah, the massive amount of money we had was less than half.
Mm-hmm.
Well, enough. Each one of us put in all of it.
I should have...
Yeah. It's 18,000 and change.
Yeah, it's like, he's here, so yeah, he'd be willing if you just fund it. He's like, sure, he could do it every day if you wanted to fund for it. It's like, he's like, the guild would definitely be happy with...
I don't know. Now he knows the spell. Maybe he can convince the guildmaster to start shoving over cash for all those people who don't want to pay the stuff for their dues. It's like,
Hey?
It's like, hell, you have the spell. No.
There are others in the guild that have the spell if he...
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he lives there, and that's his home. He could just spend every
How
morning.
many more days until the Queen's Ball?
Tomorrow.
And this, it is tomorrow.
What time?
Midday.
Hmm.
Well, starting midday. The ball is probably, evening, but, arrival time would be...
Okay.
Have to take off from work?
Yeah, I'm going to send him a message telling him that I have to attend the Queen's Ball tomorrow, so I could not be attending.
But you could just tell him when you're
Yeah, you're at
there
work today.
Probably today.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know today had already started.
Yes, yeah, we're in the middle. There.
I was looking something up. I was
Okay.
reading. 'Cause,
No, we're kind of going quickly through this middle day.
Okay, good, because I've got purchases that I'd like to make, and then things that also need enchanting.
Okay.
Which I need to purchase a masterwork hand axe from the dwarf, and then take it to the corpse cart and get it. See if I can get a +2 enchantment on it, and how much that would cost.
Does your axe thing work on thrown weapons?
It does indeed work on thrown weapons.
Okay. Rares too.
Yeah, I know what rares.
Yeah, I know. I'm just reading upside down. And so
Probably be 2,500 to actually do the enchantment.
Did I get paid that day? Because if I got paid that day, I have the money.
Well, you haven't been paid this day yet. We're still in this day.
Plus, you'd have to buy the axe.
Yeah, I know. That's calculated in.
Okay.
Masterworks all. You can't go wrong.
Well, it's like 10 advantages.
Otherwise, you get back. You have to reattune to your sword.
Mm-hmm. Just be a dick.
And
Sign it back.
Yeah. No, I don't know what you have to undo with it being away from your possession for an hour. Or for a day, rather. Because I think some of those you have to reassess with it.
Yeah.
You basically are losing some of the benefits it is breaking away from you as he is.
It would break my hex blade one, but my
does
back to the
the
sword would still be.
Does the weapon have a general plus?
Yeah,
on
plus
it?
2
Plus 2? Okay. Then basically it is still in the same
condition.
condition that it was.
So he broke something smaller.
Yes, he broke something very small. Yeah, he...
Here, your thing now goes this way.
Nope.
It no longer prophecies.
Yeah, if you mention that, his comment is just sort of the... It wasn't vague at all. It seems quite fond of you.
Cool. I'm not crazy. You're all crazy! I'm not talking to my sword.
Sword, tell me your secrets me back to the kid or I'll cut you.
What?
Just starts bleeding. Oh, okay.
But otherwise, he has a simple iron dagger that he has enchanted. You want to
Smash.
basically reattune to your sword that you may then use it and make that. You'll take a bit of time. So you're basically going to work through the day to earn...
Unless they're willing to go down 8 gold on the price.
Make persuasion. With disadvantage because you talk to a stone.
Yeah.
Natural 20 or a 10.
I will literally give you all of my money, which is 8 gold less than this item costs. Will
Yeah,
you
they'll-
give it to me?
Yeah, they will.
There you go. See?
The natural 20 is because I just look so sweet.
Natural 20 to... Yeah, that's you talking to... You natural 20 to your stone. It got to us about a 10 to the... Your stone is really convinced.
And I have 151 copper and 15 silver, so you're done, Nick.
Not all my money.
Just all of my platinum and gold.
Yeah. You're
Good,
that.
because now I need to pray over my axe.
Yeah. If you're able to do that, you're probably doing that while he's sitting in there, attuning to his sword. You were going to the airstrap, and you picked up your clothes. What did you do from there?
I take it to the course back. I need them enchanted.
We got all of our money. We're spending it all here.
What are you...
We're generally annoying pricks, but when we spend hard.
What are you needing enchanted on it?
I want these webs to pulse with light tied to my life force.
To tie it to your life force, it would have to be an attunement item.
Would it?
Yep.
I couldn't just,
They want you
pulse
to.
with the beat of my heart.
We could simulate a heartbeat, so you...
Yeah, we can make it act like it is.
Oh, and I don't pray on this thing the axe right now, because I have to go and back to work.
Okay.
So I leave work real quick, make a purchase, and come
I
back.
feel like it should
And did you
offer.
buy from somewhere a specific X, or did you just get a nice X from them?
From him.
From his dwarf.
Okay, then it would not actually be to you until the next day if you were having them enchant an
Okay.
item you bought elsewhere.
Yeah, because I wanted the masterwork.
Okay.
How many advantages do I have before I have to fix it?
Let's just do another, again, a 5.
Could we layer in some defense while we're at it? Like, throw a ring of protection in there?
Don't you technically have armor?
No. Yeah, none. I'm walking around with no armor because I don't need it.
But if you could put some armor on the shirt, I'd be really happy for it. You also had armor's abrasive.
Yeah,
I totally the way because they took up an attunement slot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was looking up returning on the axe, and then I realized that I'm an Eldritch Knight, and I don't need that. It comes back because I
Okay,
want
that
it.
is the same as Cloak of Protection, then yes. I was like, what is the difference? Nothing. Those are literally the exact same thing.
Different
One-
names,
one's a
so
ring.
people
Yes,
like
you can
Bob
stack.
can stack
Yeah,
them.
exactly, but it's still...
What?
Um,
Wait, there's another protection item I don't have?
Ring protection, cloak protection.
But I'm wearing armor. I don't think it works if you're wearing armor.
It's just plus one.
And they're
Yeah.
not armor's abrasives.
Yeah, because I already have +2 full plate.
Yeah,
They would stack.
it was stuck.
You just nickel and dime them.
And technically, there's an ion stone that doesn't give you +1 to save, but does give another +1 to AC.
Yeah, they can do both for
more
for
just
700.
saving throws at this point.
Well, yeah.
Which the
700?
24 AC.
cloak and ring both give +1 to.
That seems like not a lot.
You're not asking for a lot.
That's a rare item. Rare
No.
are expensive, right?
It's an uncommon item.
How much was
because
it?
it's wearable. The ring's rare because it's on
Because
a ring.
it's on such a small thing. To put it, because this is basically more similar to a cloak, it's based on cloak.
Oh, yeah,
can I have a
less.
COD piece of protection?
That would be more like the ring, so it would be more
Because
expensive.
it's so small.
Poor Kalidan. If only I could understand his plight.
400? 700?
700.
But won't you have to get rid of your shifty cloak of webs?
No, that
He's
is not
wearing
an
a vest.
attunement item. What I am tossing aside is my Pearl of Power. It only restores a third level spell slot.
Yeah. I like the idea you're because you're both in there. You're just having this conversation as you walk in after your time to pick up your item, and what I'm getting rid of is the Pearl of Power.
Yeah, it's only a third level spell slot, which is basically garbage because I'm using higher level spells now.
It's still a lightning bolt, man.
That's attunement, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why he's getting rid of it.
So
He just walks in.
the slipper's the cloak that is your shirt.
Nope. Compass, parapet
compass.
enclosure, and now the
Parapet.
shirt.
Okay.
The thing that says when I die, I don't roll stabilizations.
They would they would have to enchant it. That's a lot simpler one. That one they can probably do before the day is through.
Oh.
Um,
And what do I do with all this other money? I thought this was going to be way more expensive.
You give it to me.
I'm using it. Eventually, I'll find a way. I'll find something. Maybe like I'll just buy 16 bags of tricks.
I could use a hat.
You could just buy a bag of tricks. That doesn't have attunement. Just what you have in Wondrous
none
item.
of them do.
Yeah.
None of them do.
What you have in Wonder item that's not attunement based.
Bag
like
of tricks are only uncommon. How many do you have?
one.
But I want to buy more than one. Just look at a group of people and go, you know what? All my bags upside down. Animals.
Otherwise, yeah, they're able to put down, and yeah, they basically just have smooth slate walls and floor. Unlike his, it is not like centered to like a specific side. So depending on what surface you put it on is where in it shows up.
Cool.
It seems to be compass adjusted, so because you would be writing notes, if you put it on one wall, like an east wall, and you wrote something, and then you put it on the west wall, technically the opening would be where that was, and whatever you wrote there, whoever walked in it at that point could not see what was written there unless it was put on a wall where that part was sectioned, because that section becomes invisible as that becomes the entrance. So you can kind of...
Okay.
you can maneuver things around there if you really want to be particular. No, I have to put it on a wall. Easiest way is secret notes on the ceiling, and only put it on the floor for for anyone else.
Do they have this?
Um,
I saw it. Didn't know if it was actually in 5th edition because I was looking online.
What? Rod of rope?
bag
of
beans.
beans.
Which only like
Which
two
comes
of
with-
those are good.
Comes with an accompanying deep percentile table.
Make a luck check.
18, so I believe that's 21.
Yes, we do.
That is rare.
It is.
Yep.
And have you looked
I
at
will, in
those
fact,
effects?
Tell you to roll 2d10.
I have 2 of those. 48.
What are the actual...
4 and 8.
4 and 8, okay. I could have figured that out, couldn't I? It would then be 12,000.
I don't have that.
Wait, what?
I don't have 12,000.
No, why would it be 12,000?
It's rare.
Because it has the power to summon, like, layers and crap.
Oh.
It also has the ability just to break through this Underdark and go straight to a cloud city with a giant.
I have no idea what it has the power to do.
It has all sorts of good powers. That's why I was going to buy it and then immediately go outside town and start dropping beans.
Well, you have something to work towards.
Just a great way to
Freaking
flip the
notepad.
table and leave.
Enjoy this pyramid with a mummy lord inside.
Bag of beans.
Yeah.
I asked them if, whatever, I'm going to move my stuff over. Do you mind if I have a bit of privacy while I do so?
You crazy person.
Go.
Don't
Make
do it in the
a
corpse.
persuasion check.
Nah. 10.
The reason you would ask
Does
that is
anyone
something
else
creepy.
encourage
Yeah, go
that?
back to your
Because
room.
I think
We're all here.
Other than him, yeah, everyone else is there.
No, I'm leaving, so...
Yeah. Go back to the room and do it, you crazy person.
He is trying to do it because he is trading in the bag.
Yeah, the bag's part of the deal.
So? Well, what do I care? I'm leaving.
Just so that there are things you have to transfer out of the bag that you didn't want her to see.
Yeah.
You could just dump them in there. Like, put her on the floor. Just... with your back to her.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, it's basically it's like, well, we don't generally allow people into the bag. There is no other room other than through the bag here.
Fine, crazy. I'll stand in front of you, flash. Just have my cloak open. There, empty it.
Yeah, it's a minor illusion.
Or use your magic powers, you numbnut.
Kind of changing. Is it more than just the corpses he carries around?
It's mostly those. Yeah.
He specifically asked us about those.
Yeah. That's right. He wants to know about
It's like they are fully aware that you do necromancy.
Yeah. These guys know, but still.
Just giving them, like, a plausible deniability.
I'm just being polite.
They can, in all honesty, say they've never seen them.
Yeah. Alright.
I doubt it's anyone I know.
Yeah. Mostly spider victims.
Prestidigitation,
Or
prestidigitation,
orcs.
clean. Smell nice. Alright. Here's a portable hole.
She's like, wow, it's like there's never even been corpses in it.
Never.
And no one would ever expect anything like that from a shop with our name.
She's like,
Just moaning, groaning,
is-
and clattering bones
it is
from down the hall.
almost cliche how on theme that bag is.
Alright. They're safely stowed away now.
Otherwise, you do that, and takes you. You went back to work. Let's see, let's say add an extra 8% over these days, as you may not be going back the next day since you have him to help, and you get another 7 gold for that day's work. What were you doing?
I'm attuning to my sword.
You attune to your sword as you're sitting there, and you're breaking the dagger, and he's just stands.
I have 7 gold.
Yeah, stands and takes some notes as you.
Wait. He has a noticeably thicker beard this morning.
Oh, wait. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, in percentile.
Oh, you did get your belt?
Mm-hmm.
Quick to find it. Didn't happen this morning.
91. I don't know. I'm going to say it's a good thing, so yes. My beard's thicker.
Just a noticeably thicker beard.
I walk into work. Just
It's still just
no, it's not.
yeah.
It grows super thick.
Yeah. Super thick can have a variety of meanings. If you attune to it for a couple weeks, it will just totally, but it's not. It is definitely more than it should have since yesterday. It is like going from as far as I'm concerned, you were a no-beard guy.
No, I had a beard the entire time. Bald, but bearded.
But that means nothing.
No, that's literally why I picked that dude.
Oh. Okay.
It's because he had a beard. It was
Okay.
the only one.
Yeah.
I have no.
But basically, it's probably grown like inch and a half to 2
off.
inches.
yeah.
Is pretty much all it's doing per day, which is enough that, yeah, it should not do that, but
I'm getting awful dwarfy over here.
Soon enough, you lose it.
you also, I believe, got Dwarven as a language, and yeah, so anyways, you have that for the day. You break the dagger, which is why I had that book open and I closed it. I now remember.
Womp womp.
Even open to the S's it was.
She's fucking Yoda that. Open to the S's it was.
No, it was open to the S's.
Open to the S's it was.
Old do you think me? So your attacks. Let's see.
You
I
got
don't want to do that.
belted dwarven kind and
On a successful attack,
what was it?
the target cannot take reactions
boots,
until
winged
the start of its
boots.
next turn.
And then +2 hand axe.
And if
Master
they are
Art.
wearing armor made of metal, they take an additional 2d8 damage.
Why are you trying to get us to fight? Just saying, he'll lose.
Does anybody have open attunement slots anymore? Or are we all decked out now?
I don't.
That would take up an attunement spell. Yeah,
I have essentially one that I can switch
yeah,
out
and
easily.
yeah, lightning.
Well, not easily. It takes an entire.
Like I could have done lesser, but yeah, with 2d8s on that, I'm gonna make that attunement.
Yes. And again, against something that's not going
one of my
to come into play a
attuned
lot.
items
We
is
don't
a
fight
common
people.
item.
I distinctly also made it where the other part of it was not tied to it. The part that you were actually looking for.
Yes.
Do you do much else during that day?
I see if they just have any random magic weapons and stuff.
Basically, my own attuned item are my gloves.
+1, and nothing. Basically, it goes from some very common things, and there's a couple they have that are beyond your prices.
Yeah. I asked if I come back around again, I'd be interested in buying a poison dagger that just poisons people.
I haven't gotten my staff. I
Okay,
haven't gotten my
see what we
ropes,
can
and I
do.
haven't gotten my ion stone.
Head on back to the inn then.
Okay.
And I'm done.
So you put that out and you're done. Do you do anything else?
Hobnob in the fancy districts.
Okay, just sort of.
Get a feel for who's showing up, and
Hang out at coffee shops and chit-chat with people, so
Okay.
when you see them at the party, you can go,
brush
oh,
up
how
on
wonderful to see you again.
my upper class etiquette.
Yeah, okay. And you worked. So that'll at least get us through this day. Still didn't get as far in this session as I thought. Man, buying stuff takes forever.
When the prices aren't just instantly referenceable.
And also, several of these items are not things that were.
Well, you required a lot of role-playing for all this pricing,
Yeah.
as opposed to just letting us run through town like it's some nature of video game.
I don't know about you, I enjoy it.
Refusing me the bag of beans is a good decision.
Yes, it was. It's kind of like never
I
giving
didn't
me the deck
refuse
of
the bag of
things.
beans. I made you do the roll for it so that I couldn't.
They have it.
Yeah.
I'm only 3,000 short.
Well, I can't help you.
Let's say.
Neither can Tink.
Clink. 3,500 experience. And we'll say you're heading to bed, and we'll pick up the day of the ball next time. Thank you for joining us. Join us next time. Bye.
How much experience?
I think we're at 674.
You gained 3,500.
3,500?
Yep.
Yeah, 674.
Did that level us, Ryan?
Yes.
you.